Oh, okay. Cool. I believe it is working. So this is a video regarding triads on a ukulele. A triad is, if you look at a piano, you press the C, E, G notes, and that gives you a C chord. So that would be a triad on a. That's what a triad is, and I'm going to be doing that on the ukulele. This is really made for Pig, Ada, Rob, Steve. If you guys want to watch it, I hope you do. Maybe you'll get something from it. So I watched a YouTube video earlier explaining it to me. So I just kind of wanted to boil it down kind of quick and go over it. So there's like 3 major shapes that we want to learn. This is the first one. You bar here, and then you do that. The middle finger on the whatever E string. That's one shape. The next shape for the major is right here. You can slide it down here too to finish that 1 4 5. The G major chord, F major chord, and G major chord. Anyways, and then you have this this shape here. It's a pinky, index, pinky, ring. So something like that. Now you might be wondering, well, what about the top string? So let's go over that real quick. Normally, when you're playing a G, they just say do that note. This is the root note G, and this would be also root G. So the reason why I'm not going to recommend you play this, like if we're going to do this shape down here, I wouldn't leave this like, I wouldn't make you do that, because that is a really hard shape to do. So ignore it, and you will just play it like this. So now this string is your third, because if this would have been the root note of the G chord there, then you count by half steps to get to your third, which in major it's 4 half steps. So G, G sharp, F, F sharp, A. And in minor, it would be flat. So you'd have to also drop it down there when you do the minor shape. Ugh, I'm skipping ahead. Oops, my bad. Let's go back to it. So this is a major G chord. The third is a root note. The third is the first. The third is the heaviest string, the first string that you play. Now let's do the next shape. This one, simply just put it right there. And you notice how this string goes with that one. The other shape, this is going to be hard. You have to learn how to bar with your ring finger, all 3 strings, and then the index finger 2 frets behind that. This is a similar shape on the guitar as well. This is a major chord on the guitar as well, doing this shape. Okay, so I'm gonna go up the scale, up the fretboard, using these shapes. Check it out. So we're starting off G. This is G major, F major, G major, and then boom, back to G major again. This is the same as. I guess I should have taught that too. They say it in the video. So there's 3 positions that we really want to focus on from the 12th fret and back to the 1st, because anything after the 12th fret is really hard for you to do the shapes. So the only times you're going to be down here is just noodling, like just moving your hands around, unless you have the ability to contort your hand and produce those shapes down there. I can't. I just ignore it. So that's why I'm really just trying to focus on right here, 1 through 12. So 3 shapes. Here it is. G major, G major, G major. So it's that one shape starts on the 2nd fret. The second shape starts on the 5th fret. The third shape starts on the 10th fret. When I mean starts, it's like the index finger. So those are the 3 shapes. Now let's talk about minor. So again, when dealing with minors, you are lessening the third note by a half step. So let's focus on just these 3 strings at first. The third note in this chord is this one right here. So we just lower it a half step, which is just 1 fret down. So now this is G minor. So pretty cool. Let's go to the next shape we were talking about. This is like the F major, right? And this is simply now barring. That's F minor. Let's go to this shape again. This is the G major, but in a different position. These are, by the way, called inversions. These different shapes are inversions to whatever chord that we're doing. You have like your root inversion, your first inversion, and second inversion. There's only three. So there's 3 different types of triads for each chord. All right, so this shape. What was this one again? Oh, it's that. I like to call this a staircase because it goes doom, 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 kind of like a staircase. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's do it again. We're just gonna go through all 6 shapes that we learned right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now minor. Boom, boom, boom. Wow, not too hard. I want to say this too. What makes ukulele so cool in comparison to guitar? Well, is because we really predominantly focus on these 3 strings at the bottom right here. On the guitar, you have 6. I don't really want to focus so much on this because it just this note repeats itself. I guess it does so on the guitar as well, but you know, again, triads are 3-note chords, and guess what? We have 3 strings, 3 main strings. You got the heaviest one here, and then yeah, just like that's those. I don't know. To me, it's just like we only are kind of focus on those 3, and triads just go great with that. So once you learn those 6 shapes, you can pretty much play a scale really easily. So that's my explanation for triads. Now let's talk about a little bit of theory stuff. So a lot of chord progressions in pop music goes 1, 4, 5. So let's say the key signature is in C major. So the 1 is C major, the 4 is F major, the 5 is G major. There are minor chords in that key signature, and they are D minor, E minor, A minor, B diminished. Whenever I play the diminished chord, I just still end up doing a minor chord. You can get away with doing that. So, back to saying the 1, 4, 5 thing. So, whenever I'm learning triads, when I'm starting on my root position, whether it's in this position or this position, I want to find the 4, 5 location right after where I'm starting at. So, let's say I'm starting here. This is the 1. Where's the 4, 5 at? Well, the 4 is simply right there. Just move a fret down. Yeah. All right, now let's try the next one. I haven't gone this far yet in my own understanding, but I can probably find it kind of quickly. Here's the 5. Here's the 1 for this shape. 1. Okay, there you go. So that shape. Then you skip 2 frets down. Nice. This is gonna be hard. When you're starting down here at the 10 on this location, if you were to start there, I would not recommend it. I can't really tell you how to do the 4, 5 over here, so I would just avoid that. But let's say we're gonna use that shape down here. So this, I don't know what chord this is called. But let's just find the chord, the 4, 5 that comes out after this shape. That's it. So now we have that shape that comes after it. And so the reason why I like to really focus on the 1-4-5 rule is because it then lets me know, hey, I know I can easily find the third chord and the second chord in that key signature pretty quickly because it's just behind those 4-5. It's real close to your root. So let's look at that real quick with the let's do this shape first, actually. I wish I could tell you guys this chord name. I just don't know. I guess I can find it out if you want. We always know with this shape that the first note in that root is this. God, I think that's explaining it correctly. So it's G C E A. So we're gonna say E, E F G A B C. So this is a C chord. Oh, okay. Wow. So then this would be F G. And then we can do the minor for the third. Second is a B minor. D minor. D minor, E minor, F major, C. Oh, hold up, sorry. Well, I was getting off of track, but basically I was trying to find the chords around C major. Again, C major was this, I believe. Another way of finding out that really quickly is everybody knows this shape. This is the G. Well, that's a loud helicopter or plane behind me. Everyone knows the shape. It's G major, so we can count in half steps to get ourselves to C. So G. G sharp, A, B, B sharp, then C. So that's one way to do it. Just slide up slowly and count your way up. Eventually you'll know the name of the strings. But even me, like even on guitar, I played guitar for a long time and I still haven't memorized the string names. I know the E, G, A, B, C, G. Look at that, I already messed up. At bare minimum on guitar, you need to learn the first two strings, the top two ones, and I'm assuming that would be the same way for here. I would just learn these two ones. The C and the E string. At least I know it's G, C, E, A for the fucking guitar. I'm always messing up and forgetting. So, alright, let's do it one more time. Here's C, F, G, E minor, B minor, C major. Isn't that kind of cool, by the way? Look at this. C major, minor, it's a D minor, E minor, and to make it right back into a C, just put one finger down. Well, that's all. I think I don't want to make this video too long. A longer video time makes it scary. So, that's all for now. I'll stream you jamming after this. Yeah.